Hey everybody, this is Game Ultimate. Welcome back to some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last episode we started the class trial. And with that we discovered that Toko was Genocide Jack. And in this episode, we're going to be seeing what, what's her name? Kyoko. Yeah, Kyoko. Kyoko has to share with us about Chihiro. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us, we just went back to the crime scene.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Yeah, we searched everywhere.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You wanna check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Okay.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
I can kinda get your
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Yeah.
Not possible. It's not possible. This girl is
what?
a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What?
What the heck?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true?
I guess I was right. It could have taken place in the boys' locker room.
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fukisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Okay.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Let me just make sure we're actually recording. We are. Don't worry.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. That never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Even Byakuya didn't know.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room. and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
Yeah, it can't be him because he didn't even know.
Very interesting indeed.
Because he didn't even know he was a guy. Well, he has his suspicions. It couldn't have been him. It has to be someone who actually knew.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And I think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it would be better.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Yeah.
Seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Yeah.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
The Byakuya didn't do it. Mr. Vicker, who murdered Chihiro? The killer is a guy. Granting what's the boys' locker room? You need a boys' handbook to get in. The killer would have to use his own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. That's enough. I need to find some more clues.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Yeah, they would have.
Someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer! And only the killer! And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
Game over, man. Game over.
Not game over!
Not only do we have no info on the killer, but nobody even saw the victim before he died. But is that actually true? No, we know someone saw them.
I'm sure if someone saw
him.
Someone saw the victim.
I'm messing up.
It's over.
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer!
No, Celeste saw them. Celeste saw Chihiro.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
And that's where he was killed.
Jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better be going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Woohoo! What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Yeah. That's pretty hard to do.
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for
Yeah.
you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Chihiro jacket driver really holds some clue about the killer? Sounds really hard to believe. I guess it's
First
Celeste's
of all,
town again.
we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
Well, we don't even know.
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! We picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Wait, what?
My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit
I
is?
think it did.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Yeah, I heard him.
First First of all,
I know it.
on his way, so next week, why
They
did
have
you
matching
choose-
jackets.
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing!
We don't even know what the color is, and yet Mondo says it's blue.
No, that's wrong.
In no way did we mention the color.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track into the duffel bag, and I assume he headed out to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just... Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
We didn't find it.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Huh.
Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
It was in a duffel bag. Slid the jacket into her bag in a hurry. As long as she was trying to hide it. Just that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why?
Yeah.
What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You didn't notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up
Yeah.
and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found the gun, right? Then it must belong to
I got it!
Chihiro.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Yeah.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How, precisely, did the handbooks get broken?
How the handbooks right? There's only one possible explanation. By hitting its weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
Yeah.
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
I like how Mondo's just right there, being angry.
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Yeah.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees.
Oh, seriously?
Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around
We know
your
how saunas
skin.
work.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Alright.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Making sure we're recording. Okay, if it's got missing, then I'm just checking.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Mondo.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Mad about the handbook into the sauna. Yeah, it could have only been one person.
Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Oh yeah, that really freaky thing.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Yeah, it gets broken?
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof! The actual solid proof!
I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto says is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah, I don't want to believe Mondo might actually killed someone. I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works.
Broken handbook. It's not Leon's, it's yours.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Yeah. Closing argument. Trying to figure this out. that everything? Am I getting everything right? Trying to make sure.
The killer is you!
Let's try it.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Alright.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster.
Wrong one. What could it be? Oh, it's that. I haven't seen this one.
The killer is you! Which is why the then remove.
I'm trying to figure it out. What could it be? Wait a minute. Okay, I guess there is that.
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to trot in, removing the bloody poster.
Yep.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
They completely swapped the scenes.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Yeah.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library and
got to work.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings,
arrived
at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna.
Making sure we're actually recording. Yeah, okay.
And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
That's good. That's why I revealed itself earlier in the trial. One of his, everything will become clear. A new element. Bullet time battles. Fever time and nega time. If you press the R button, fever time activate and the tempo will be force to its max. So it's even if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push AY, however you want to destroy the funds or assault. As long as your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, I'm prepared for only you guys to the special time, right? So we also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. Do not activate nega time during the bullet time battle. Your tempo marker will disappear, make it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were out there for your time at this point, no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. I was ready if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well, good luck and have fun.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt!
Final strike.
Show me some evidence!
But I prove you can't pin any of this on him.
This should prove
Broken handbook.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
I just revealed it. Somehow got an A ranking. Honor 4 medals.
Bro! What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Who is found guilty? Mondo Owada.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again! Yes, it is so! The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada! In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer! You tried it very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful! I refuse to believe it. There's no way. Nobody would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now
It looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so let me explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The murder this time is the sad story of 2 men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can just hit the B button to fast forward the text. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had extremely inferior complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He wrote things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a deep young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferior complex had taken root deep inside of him, and it was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, as it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this rule is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and able Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the offer would fall away. But those around him would torture him more than before. If our bigger being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. I tried my best to become strong, and I could tell everyone. Knowingly, he used the third discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to
I'm going to get
change.
stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough to say, so that when everyone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercise. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
And he says, right, so he thought it would be good to ask someone for help. But he wanted to tell the person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to?
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. Like your game fell been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. She will probably think that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of the strong man that you had always inspired him to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give me some courage. So you went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did. I mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't it to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
It could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The other was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep it secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once it up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? And Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? Why hear you talk about I don't understand? I mean, you guys trust each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew
so
it.
That's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What
That's
is this?
impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
How many times
myself.
must I repeat myself? The judge by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, we're on the subject. What do I tell you? First, memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker killer, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother was Daya Owada. Fonda, I don't think it was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on the motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family comrade. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the Gears and Golden Brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. According to the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo, and the gang ever do peaches and gravy. Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the game brother's power someday. For the previous, his reputation began to grow out of Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Decorate his game with his bare hands. Mom's just along for the ride. Cause someone like that really be your leader. All they'll do is make the game look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I just
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what. I gotta win.
don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo transferred to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. Crazy Diamond. The kid brother pushed ahead with a reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's a team. You and me put it together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide just what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Thought he was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Well, the lie became the truth. He wanted to leave the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. And yet, as his killing again, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the reveal of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on a secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother have worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I, Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, I had filled with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Rather, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because you kept that secret all this time, right? You didn't find out you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. But like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Or Monokuma might have tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
Why?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And jealousy broke me.
Why?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of me. Really, you're strong, Mondo. If I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's
right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
Stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey.
I
killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He's normally so aggressive, so angry. He had that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. Or secret from the past, or memory. But he killed him in cold blood. He couldn't come free of his regrets for the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see how bad you were in that? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that. I dare you. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but... Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? I promise you, right? The black and the beast will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. One man to another.
That was cool. Oh no, not that. The cage of death. I don't want to know how Monokuma's driving this thing. Of course you would do that. Wait, why is there electricity? That actually burnt out Monokuma. Wait, motorcycle's still going, he's still good? Wait, where'd he go? Wait, what's this machine? What the? Butter? Oh god. Monokuma turned Mondo into butter. Life and death in your soul will be forever at peace. But this was for the video ends now. Next time, you get to see what happened after this execution. So, see you guys then!